My name is Veronica, and you're watching Dontaesboxingnation. How did that one do?
That was very good. Do it, just maybe one or two more, okay? Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So finally, the big fights are back. Finally, we've gotten some big fight announcements. Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence is one of them. The only question I have is going into this fight, will there be traditional Olympic-style drug testing? The same type of drug testing that all fighters take, especially in big fights. Will these fighters be subjected to the most strenuous drug testing, random drug testing? And the reason why we have to ask the question is because we know when Manny Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao's main stipulation going into that fight was no Olympic-style random drug testing, which is coincidentally the same reason we never got the Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight in 2008 when both fighters were agreeing to all terms. It was a 50-50 split. Matter of fact, Floyd Mayweather had agreed to all of Manny Pacquiao's demands because Manny Pacquiao had a lot of demands himself. Floyd agreed to all of them, and soon as Floyd Mayweather asked him to do what everyone is willing to do, at least the majority of fighters are willing to do today, which is subject yourself to random style drug testing, Manny Pacquiao turned down the biggest payday of his life and decided not to fight Floyd Mayweather if he had to do Olympic-style drug testing. But get this, guys, before Manny Pacquiao completely walked away from negotiating that fight with Floyd Mayweather, he asked if he could have a cutoff date where he wouldn't be tested anymore 30 days before the fight. When Floyd said no to that, then Manny Pacquiao said, well, how about a 14-day cutoff, and then, I'll test after the fight. When Floyd obviously said no to that as well, that's when the fight was off. So it was Manny Pacquiao that turned down the fight because he did not want to do Olympic-style drug testing, which is why we don't know yet, but it's still a mystery if this fight is going to include the proper random drug testing. You guys may have recalled Keith Thurman saying to Pacquiao at the press conference, "You could take whatever you want to take. I'm knocking you out." This is what Keith Thurman said. After he lost to Pacquiao, I'm sure he regretted that decision. When it comes to the Errol Spence fight versus Manny Pacquiao, so the question is, how does that change the dynamics going into this fight? Does this make this a much harder fight for Errol Spence? If Manny Pacquiao is truly not being tested and he's able to basically take whatever he wants, it's definitely going to make this a tougher fight for Errol Spence. I truly believe it's going to be a tough fight for Errol Spence regardless. Now, this is not to imply or suggest that Errol Spence won't knock him out. I just feel if Errol does knock out Manny Pacquiao, Manny is definitely going to make Errol work for that knockout, for sure. So far, Errol Spence, he's a huge betting favorite. But if it becomes reported that there is no Olympic-style drug testing, I think those odds are really going to tighten up fast. I'm really looking forward to watching this fight. Because there's no doubt about it, Manny Pacquiao is always going to be the quickest opponent, no matter who he's going up against. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be very, very hard for Manny Pacquiao to keep Errol Spence off of him. I mean, if Manny Pacquiao struggled against Jeff Horn, and Jeff Horn was able to maul and bully Manny Pacquiao on the ropes, can you imagine what Spence is going to do when he gets Manny Pacquiao on the ropes? But at the same time, I could definitely see Manny Pacquiao making this fight competitive with his angles and his speed. However, Errol Spence will most likely offset a lot of Manny Pacquiao's ambushes with his great jab, especially considering the fact that this is southpaw versus southpaw, which I believe that would make it even easier for Errol Spence to land his jab. Not only does Errol Spence have a great jab, but he has height and reach over Manny Pacquiao as well. So it's definitely, obviously going to be an uphill battle for Manny Pacquiao. But let me close out by saying this. You know, for the fans that try to defend Manny Pacquiao whenever we talk about him turning down drug tests, et cetera, the first thing they always say is, well, he's never tested positive for any drugs, et cetera, right? I mean, so if that's the case, why would Manny Pacquiao turn down his highest payday over drug testing because he refuses to do it? I mean, just imagine if you're working on site and you know at your job, you guys have random drug tests, right? All of a sudden they come in the room and they want to test everyone. And everybody in the room except for you decide that you're not taking no tests. And if they want to go ahead and fire you that day, they can. And you just walk out. How is that going to make you look? Like you guilty as hell, right? I mean, you got a real good job, getting paid really good. But all of a sudden, you're going to turn all this down because they asking you to do a drug test. This is the situation that Manny Pacquiao was in. He walked away from everything just to avoid this test. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to finding out. We should find out soon all the details if it is included in this contract that there will be real drug testing. If not, once again, I believe those odds are going to get closer. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Errol Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to erroldekey.com. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Hello, my name is Dominic. I just got my procedure done here at ScalpCarolinas. I was recommended by Dontaesboxingnation, and it's real. You know, here's the results. The brother out here, Brother Enoch, is real, and it's a very, very, very good recommendation. I recommend it. 4 hours, you in, you out, and it's the rest of your life.
So if anyone in the world wants this hookup, make sure you contact my man Enoch at 704-499-3471 and make sure to follow him on Instagram.
An important message from Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of VasoFlux and VasoFlux for Men. If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Pacquiao. Pacquiao is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856. And remember, to help unclog veins and arteries, get the Pacquiao.